All right, hello and welcome. My name is Doyle Buehler, and I'm talking about developing digital disruption for businesses. I basically believe that you don't need to be Uber, Facebook, or Tesla to be able to disrupt your market and your industry. And I'm seeing that there's a new pathway, and it's not just about being a startup anymore. You can disrupt otherwise as well. So that's what I'm putting together in terms of this book: is how do we actually do that? How do we put these pieces together for businesses to be able to disrupt their industry and create better business for themselves as well? So the challenge is a 30,000 word challenge, and I'm putting the pieces together for this. And I'm on topic number 8. Topic number 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've done quite a bit, but pretty excited about what's been coming out as well. So I really wanted to thank everybody as well for the feedback that you've been able to provide and the insights and that sort of thing. So thank you for taking the time out to be able to do that. I really appreciate that. In terms of topic 8, what I want to talk about was the human digital factors, right? We've heard a lot about, humanizing digital and that sort of thing, because we've kind of swung the pendulum, might be a little bit too far, where we're trying to, over automate. We're trying to, create these conversations that are not really human, and we're trying to create these interactions as well. And people don't always enjoy that. And one of the things that I've heard is you can automate the you can you can automate the transaction, but you can't automate the communication and that sort of thing. So we have to keep that human side to things, otherwise we're going to get kind of lost in the shuffle. And your audience is really looking sort of for that human connection. And again, it doesn't really matter what you do or how you offer it in the digital space. They want to know that there's somebody real behind that business, or there's real people that they can reach out to and talk to as well. So we have to be able to build that as well throughout. And I recently was interviewing Mark Schaeffer, one of the worldwide best social media and digital strategists and that sort of thing, and a brilliant guy. And we were talking about one of his clients who actually was able to humanize things a little bit better. Was this fellow who owned a winery in France, where wine originally comes, maybe not originally, but where wine comes from. And what he did is, you actually may have seen this, is he created a video that was him removing removing a cork from a wine with a shoe. You probably remember it. He stuck the wine in the shoe and then tapped the heel on the wall, and eventually the cork came out. Well, guess what? That was quite a success. But it wasn't just because there was that one video. Like, he'd made like thousands and thousands of videos before that. But what he was doing was he was humanizing this process, and showing his vulnerabilities and showing what could be done and that sort of thing. So yes, he had this one hit, but he also had that platform, that digital ecosystem to hold everything together, so that when people did come, they were ready and that sort of thing. But going back, the humanizing that is super critical, because again, people want to know that you're building, that you're sort of a business, but yes, there's a person there. And so we can't really over automate things. We have to sort of balance things to be able to do that. So what it comes down to is, in the digital space, it's no different, right? People need to know you, like you, and trust you before they will do business with you. And if you can leverage that, again, in the digital space, a little bit different parameters than going into a retail store, you can make some progress. You can then create those points of disruption as well. But how do you do that? Well, by being able to do that, can you create credibility and authenticity in your digital ecosystem? Can you create leadership in your digital ecosystem? And can you educate people? Can you provide that intrinsic value that says, hey, we're going to help you out. We're going to educate you on what we do, or how you can do things differently or better, or whatever the case may be. So if you're able to address those three things, of credibility, leadership, and education, you'll again be able to create that know, like, trust triangle that people will then purchase from you or do business with you. And that's kind of the key thing here too, is that this is how you need to humanize things. It's, don't go full digital, because you're going to lose a lot of people, because again, they don't necessarily want that. You have to sort of temper that with, how do we actually interact with them? How do we create those engagement points as well? So What else did I talk about? I talked about truthiness, right? What is that? We kind of have to get past that people sort of create their own truth, and we need to be able to provide not false information, but being able to make sure that we provide that integrity that says this is how things can work, or this is how they should work as well. Authority, I'd quickly talk about authority, but what is that? To me, that's a little bit of a misnomer, because authority means that you're powerful, you're pretty awesome, right? Which is good, to be an expert in your field, but I think a lot of people actually overuse that term, which doesn't necessarily help the transaction. It's more about, what value do you provide, how do you provide that value, and that sort of thing. And authority is just kind of that filler that we use as well. So simple question, how are you going to humanize your brand? How are you going to integrate technology with the human side to create that disruption as well? So some important questions to ask. So that's about it for topic number 8, human digital factors. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. If you have any feedback, any comments, any insights, I would love to hear from you. And please go to disruptors.digital, and I'll keep you posted on everything else that comes up along the way. So thank you for helping me with this book project, and I will see you online.